God bless you and welcome to Bethel's live stream. It's Sunday, and this is one of those Sundays I know you don't want to be in church a long time. But wear the mask, wash your hands, social distancing. The rates are going up in North Carolina. There's a new variant that has swept through the land and has got people just all up in arms. But this day will be a day where people will weather COVID in order to have a good day. It's Love Day. Every 7 years, takes 7 years for Valentine's Day to come around on a Sunday. And it's here on Sunday, and some of you has been celebrating it since Friday up until now. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about love, relationships, your marriage, your friendship, the person that you're thinking about married, or somebody that you are thinking about, maybe you should run in the opposite direction. Whatever it is, it's going to be that kind of a day, okay? So call a neighbor, call a friend, like, subscribe. I'm talking about love. Like, subscribe, and share, okay? If you like it, share it. If you like it, share it. If you don't like it, share it. Somebody needs to hear this morning, okay? All right? So come on in from everywhere. Come on in. You are God. Oh, Jesus, just the mention of your name, every knee shall bow and tongue proclaim that Jesus, you are Savior, you are Lord, and you are God. Did you like and share it with someone? Okay, because it's prayer time right now. Like it and share it with someone. Oh, gracious and kind God, we ask you this morning to come in where we are. Be the lifter of our head and the strength of our heart. Be the God of confirmation for us. Be our joy and sorrow. Be the peace for tomorrow since we've just come out of a conflict. Be bread on the table. Be food when we're hungry. Be water when we're thirsty. Be a doctor in the sick room. Be a lawyer in the courtroom. Be my battle axe in a time of battle. What am I asking you, God? I'm asking you to be all I need. All I need. All I need. Not the only thing that I need, but to be all that I need. In all thy ways, acknowledge him first, and he shall direct your path. Oh God, oh God. Be a mother to the motherless. Be a father to the fatherless. Woo! Be employment, dear God, for individuals who are going through striking times. Because I'm wrapped up. And Lord, I'm tied up. And I am tangled up in Jesus. He's all I need. Wrapped up. See, that's why some of y'all are messed up. 'Cause you've been tied up. Hey. Yeah, what's his name? What name? And you're tangled up. And his name ain't Jesus. And you told yourself, it's all I need, it's all I need, it's all I need. Oh, wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in Philip. Wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in Bruce. how they cut the song and cut it off because they didn't want me to throw their name out there, and so they felt that I should get off this particular song and not get on it. But Colin, there was a song that was on a CD that you did, and love song, and I was trying to tell it to Maurice and he couldn't figure it out. And you was playing the song, Feel Like Making Love to You, something like that. You got the horn in your hand. So now you see how I feel sometime, huh? Now you see how I feel sometime. You got rolling out there, and then they ain't coming with you. Yeah. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. May it happen to you 1,000 times more in Jesus' name, amen. Nothing like hearing it and feeling it. You're ready to go to it, and she ain't there. It's the Love Sunday, and give me a love song, and it's okay. It doesn't have to be a Christian song. And they want to get mad, let them get mad and tweet and everything like that. That's their business. All right. In your own special way. Okay, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I can already tell. Did you go to hell for this? Did you go to hell for this? Y'all get up out of that bed. Take time to tell me you feel this way. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. Yeah. How you know all these songs, Maurice? Bring that sax down just a little bit. Just turn the sax mic off. The sax can carry without the mic. There you go. Just turn it off. See, because Colin, that sax does something to them. Is that the truth? Is that true, Fertilla? Get up off the floor. That sax does something to it, so you ain't got to go loud on that. All you got to do is tweet it. Give me another one, Reese. Close your mouth, Reese. Oh, Lord. All right, don't do that one, because there's a whole lot of people this morning that's in beds they ain't got no business being in. And we're going to talk about that. Is that all right, Victor? We're going to talk about that. And give me another one. Give me a little Barry White. Is this Sunday morning? Yes, it's Sunday morning at Bethel. Shut up, Overseer Morrow. Girl, what's going on with me? All right. I know this is all right, because in the words are, practice what you preach. That's gospel. Telling me this and telling me that. Woo. Now, Reese, what is your favorite one? Oh, come on, you got a favorite. Well, what's the love song that you would play, or you gonna be playing this afternoon? It's Valentine's Day. What song are you gonna be playing this afternoon? Song, yeah. So where are you gonna be this afternoon? Where you gonna be this afternoon, Victor? Huh? No Valentine's Day? No cards to send out or anything like that? Quarantine. Where you gonna be at today? You gonna be at the house? No. Well, that's your problem. Your problem is that it happens for you at home. You quarantine. So no cards to send out to anybody, anything like that? You got a special somebody. That's great. And what about you? What you gonna do this afternoon? You be at the house. Oh, you'll be at the house. Are you cooking? Might do a little cooking, something like that. Do you have a special thing that you have to send out? All right. Doc, what you going? What you gonna be doing today? Are you gonna spend a little time with your little girls and what have you? Yeah. How old are they? Huh? 2 and oh, you meant your real little girls. I thought you was gonna spend time with your girls. Say it again. Taking your little babies out for Valentine's Day. That's great. Colin, what you gonna do for Valentine's Day? All right, get me the all right now, because you know you ain't married yet. That's a whole lot of blowing you're gonna be doing today. All right. Mike? Really? So you're gonna be dancing today? To what? To this right here? All right. Jeff? You're gonna be Isaiah? You're gonna be home. You ain't got nobody. Nobody to call, nobody to send nothing to. Something. You a liar. Ain't nobody that's saved. Ain't nobody that's saved. Ain't nobody that's saved. Ain't nobody that's saved. What's that song? Can't you stay in the rain? All right, so let's get ready for this word this morning. Woo! Kind of lessons that I'm going to teach today, you can't go into a high worship and then come back and do this. If you go into a high worship, you ain't going to get back there. Welcome to Bethel Family Worship Center live stream this morning. It's Valentine's Day, and we're going to talk a little bit. You find us reading out of Genesis 36, verses 6 through 26. Might read it all, might not read it all, but it reads like this.
And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass, when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord, wherefore he slew him also. Then said Judah to Tamar his daughter-in-law, Remain a widow at thy father's house, till Shelah my son be grown. For he said, Lest peradventure he die also, as his brethren did. And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. And in the process of time, the daughter of Shunah, Judah's wife, died, and Judah was confronted and went up unto his sheep shearers to Timnath, he and his friend Hirah the Adullamite. And it was told Tamar, saying, Behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnath to shear his sheep. And she put her widow's garments off from her, and covered her with a veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in an open place, which is by the way to Timnath. For she saw that Shelah was grown, and she was not given unto him to wife. When Judah saw her, he thought her to be an harlot, because she had covered her face. And he turned unto her by the way, and said, Go to, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee. For he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law. And she said, What wilt thou give me, that thou mayest come in unto me? And he said, I will send thee a kid from the flock. And she said, Wilt thou give me a pledge till thou send it? And he said, What pledge shall I give thee? And she said, Thy signet, and thy bracelets, and thy staff that is in thine hand. And he gave it her, and came in unto her, and she conceived by him. And she arose and went away, and laid by her veil from her, and put on garments of her widowhood. And Judah sent the kid by the hand of his friend, the Adullamite, to receive his pledge from the woman's hand, but he found her not. Then he asked the men of that place, saying, Where is the harlot that was openly by the wayside? And they said, There was no harlot in this place. And he returned to Judah and said, I cannot find her. And also the men of the place said that there was no harlot in this place. And Judah said, Let her take it to her, lest we be shamed. Behold, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found her. And it came to pass about 3 months after, that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar thy daughter-in-law hath played the harlot. And also, behold, she is with child by whoredom. And Judah said, Bring her forth, and let her be burnt. When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, By the man whose these are, am I with child? And she said, Discern, I pray thee, whose are these, the signet, and bracelets, and staff? And Judah acknowledged them and said, She hath been more righteous than I, because that I gave her not to Shelah my son. And he knew her again no more.
I want to talk to you for a little while from the topic, Don't Pick Him for Me. Don't pick him for me. The keys to my heart. This particular story is a powerful story because it starts off with, give me a close-up, please. Thank you. It starts off with sort of kind of explaining to us the culturistical differences and barriers, culture and nationality and customs and traditions. And certainly those customs and traditions from the Bible is a lot different than the customs and traditions that we have in today. See, in the Bible days, marriage wasn't so much the coming together of a man and a woman, but it was the coming together of two families, and they married for different reasons. And the young girl had little to no control over who she was going to marry. And sometimes at the age of 14, she was being wedded to a man well in his 60s. And so love is lost for many of them. And so interpreting the Bible, we have to first find the background to which the culture and the text and the history is attached to it in order for us to understand it. And I'm not asking you to do any of the things that the Bible is doing. I just want you to understand what is taking place here. So Judah takes a wife for his firstborn, whose name is her name is Tamar. So he has a deal with Tamar's father, and takes a wife for his firstborn, who does evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slews him. And so he goes to him in the tradition of the family, and he says, listen, your brother is now dead. So he goes to his other son, and he says, I need you to marry your brother's wife and raise up seed, not to yourself, but to your brother. In other words, he's asking Onan, the next brother, to forego his birthright by giving it to his brother's son, or raise up a seed. His son is going to be his brother's seed and turn it over to that family. So this is a challenge for him. He listens to what his father says. He enters into the marriage, and when he goes in, he lays with the girl. In the midst of their coercing, when time came to release, he withdraws and he spills the semen on the ground, and God now slays him. And so now we see in the later part of the text, while God came against the first one, Judah now says to the young girl, go home and dwell in your father's house, because I have another son who is probably in the 8 or 9, 10 years old. But when he grows older, and remember, becoming a man is about the age of 13, in the Bible days of 14 or 15. We definitely knew he wasn't in his teens yet. And when he is of age, I'll give him to you to marry. And so she goes back to live up under the household of her father, and she puts on her widow clothes. In the progress of time, several years had passed by. The young boy gets older, but she's still not wedded unto him. She finds out that her father-in-law's wife passes away, and he's coming to the neighborhood to which she lives in. So she takes off of her mourning clothes and puts on her widow's clothes, and she puts on the garments of a harlot, and she sits in the way. When he sees her, he says, how much is it going to cost for us to have this transaction? She said, how much you got? He said, whatever I got, I have to send it to you. She said, give me something that I can hold. I don't know you. And they enter into a transaction. He gives her his signet, his chain, his medallion, his staff, whatever you want to call it. He lays with her, and she conceives. She goes back home, takes off of her prostitute clothes, puts back on her widow's garments, and she sits. She's now provoking her miracle. She is provoking her miracle. We see young ladies in our community, in our world, do this all the time. They coerce with a guy. They know that the guy don't want no children. They tell him that they're on birth control. They lay up with him, and he wakes up one day, and she's pregnant. They think that traps him. Now, in the Hebrew culture, that may trap a man. In niggerdom, it don't trap him. It don't trap him. So any of you that this idea that you're going to keep him by having some sort of a baby by him, think again. Good. And so he comes to his, he's in partnership. He comes to his sheep shearers, and he sees the woman. He lays with her. She conceives. He goes back to his home, but he has honor with him. So he sends the young goat, the kid, back to the lady, and come to find out she's not there. So they ask the men of the city, where is she? The men of the city says, there is no prostitute that is in this area. If anybody going to know where the strip clubs is at, the guy's going to know. If anybody going to know where the prostitutes are, the guy's going to know. Everybody going to know where you're going to hunker down for 2 and 3 days and just have a good time. The guys knows where that's at. They said, it does not exist. He said, okay, well, y'all keep that to yourself. I don't want nobody to know that I laid up with a prostitute. If it don't come up, it don't come up. We ain't got to deal with that no more. But then he gets word that his daughter-in-law, who he has betrayed, has played the harlot and is pregnant. He says, so go get that heifer and bring her here, and I'm going to burn her to death. How dare she ruin our name? And she comes to see him, and he says, give an account. And he gives her the account. She says, give an account. Who did you sleep with? She said, the person who this staff and this medallion and this ring belongs to is the one. It was him. He says, well, I'm sorry. I've been worse to you than I, because I did not give you my son. Now we see where the first one passed away, the second one passed away, the third one didn't pass away, but because his father really, really had no intentions of locking this girl into their system. Sometimes you find yourself involved in individuals who have no intentions of locking you into their system. The lovemaking is good, the coochie is okay, and the going out dating that's all fine, but you just can't see this person as a person that you want to lock down with. There was a term that a friend of mine used to use all the time. He said, "This is my bottom girl." What does that mean? What does that mean? The bottom one. So it's not the top girl, bottom girl. You got multiple ones. Why are you carrying the message on? You just, what are you talking? What is he talking about today? Let's stay focused in this message today. I would think that your number one wouldn't be called bottom. But because I'm old, so your number one, I thought your number one would be, this is my top. All right, something like bad me. Thank you very much. You see how you help the old man? That's all we need in life. We need y'all to bring your language to my world, and that's why I got money and y'all don't. Okay, so this is confusing to me. But this guy used to say to me, "This is my bottom girl," all the time. You know him, Reese? The guy used to say to me, he used to be, you know him, yeah, it's bottom. So bottom means that you had multiples. It's pimp lingo. Hard out here for a pimp. Huh? Nah, I don't know. Tim, you're a wonderful guy. Oh, when I think about you and I think about girls and stuff like that, you know what I think about? She would have messed with the woo. Okay, and so this is it. So during this time, there's going to be multiple people thinking about the relationship and thinking about cards and candies and different things of that nature. Some time ago, I put together I had to do premarital counseling. I'm a pastor, and so people wanted to get married. When they come to me, I would carry them through a counseling course. And for the sake of our lesson today, I wanted to share with you the predicament and the crisis that this particular girl was in. Now, this girl is in trouble because she grows up in a time in the day where the only profession that a woman can truly have is that of a prostitute or a wife. And you see the two roles that she stepped in and out of when she got desperate. And desperation will lead you into the valley of crazy decisions. You'll do some crazy stuff if you get desperate. And you'll do some powerful stuff if you get desperate in the spiritual realm. Very, very good. And so when groups come into me and they say they want to get married, I have this little pamphlet that the premarital counseling session. You can put it up for me. There you go. A premarital counseling session, and it's entitled "Keys to My Heart." And so on one side you see there's a place. The reason why it's like that. Let me fold this up so they can see it in my hand. It's sort of like this, but I have it opened up for you. You can go back to my chart if you would. Thank you so much. The keys to my heart. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 keys. And I often ask the person to write in who has the keys to their heart. Tim, if you had 5 keys, who would have those keys to your heart? Yeah. If you had 5 keys to give away to your heart, who would you give the keys to? Well, that's an easy question. Who would you give the keys to? You give one to your mother, right? Because my mother would definitely have one. Okay? In my case, because I used to be a mama's boy. In my case, my mother probably had 3 of them. but let's leave her alone. All right, one to your mother. You give your son one. Your girlfriend would get one. That's 3. 2 more. Get a little thin there. You would get Colin. You got 5 keys. You would give 1 key to who? Your fiance, your mother, your father, your brother, and your little brother. And it ain't no more. It's for only 5 keys. Okay, you only gave 1key to your brother, so you hold him one else for, and the other one is for yourself. There you go. You did very, very good. Most people are in trouble because the keys to their heart, they give them all the way, and they don't possess one for themselves. And so there's people that's walking in and out of your life. They have access to your heart, and you don't have access to your heart yourself. And a lot of times, if you have access to your heart, it creates problems for other individuals because they don't want you to have access to your heart. They want to have access to your heart. So you said you would give 1 to your fiance, 1 to your mother, 1 to your father, 1 to your brother, and you keep 1 for yourself. Now, most times when I do this lesson, very few people even talk about themselves. They never say it. So this, either he heard this before or that's really, really coming from his heart. Most people don't hold a key to their heart for themselves. And if you don't, now you have a young lady that you've been talking to brothers. You have a young lady that you've been dating, and something happened, and you're out of it. But she can always walk into your life. She's got a skeleton key. She can walk in there and turn that key, and get you. And it's a devastating thing if you're engaged in another relationship or you're married. Imagine being married and the woman that you're married to don't have the key to your heart. Don't have the key to your heart. It's a serious thing. And ladies gives out the keys to their heart so easily that there are several guys that have the key to their heart that can pull on them at different times. It's a serious, serious, serious thing. And so when you open up the lesson, there you go. You open up the lesson. Is the Bible, in the Bible days, marriage was the coming together of 2 families and not so much 2 persons. 21st century, we believe that both,
In the 21st century, I believe that both of these are true. That marriage between 2 individuals can bring families together, but it can also rip families apart.
Now this is Love Day, right? This is the Love Month, all right? 52% of marriages end up in divorce. 70% of second marriages end up in divorce, and 82% of third marriages. It's almost as if the more you get married, the less your chances are of staying married. Read here.
Statistics show that the more you get married, the less your chances are of staying married. One might say, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. So sometimes when going through marital issues, one should be willing to work on what he has instead of trying to build again from the ground up. Most divorces take place at the wedding. In order to prevent this from happening to you,
most divorces takes place at the wedding. Every one of you guys who is not married, thinking about getting married, pay attention to this particular lesson today, because most divorces end at the wedding. Here we go.
In order to prevent this from happening to you, you must find the termites of divorce before they start eating away at your marriage. These termites will be called mites. Money mites.
Money mites.
Not enough of it, mismanagement of it, and no respect for it. You allow it to do what it wants to do. You don't run it, it runs you. And before you know it, you make the wrong move, and your whole entire house comes crashing down under the money mite decay. Money mite. I might have some money, and I might not.
Anybody understand money mites? Here we go. The next one is what?
Listen mites.
Listen mites.
Communication is key to the marital existence. Communication, closeness, and conflict resolution. 3 things a marriage must have. Communication,
Closeness, conflict resolution. That's the 3 principles that assures you that your marriage or your relationship is going to be tight. All right? Communication, talking to each other. Closeness, coercing, and conflict resolution. If you're communicating and you're making love to one another, you'll be willing to resolve any conflict. But if you're not communicating and conflicts come, you won't ever be able to resolve it. So the listen might is there to make sure that even though the lips are moving, nothing is being said. Communication is not really happening. Watch this here.
Communication, making sure that we connect in our conversations, that yes means yes and no means no. And if my no means yes, then we are miscommunicating. Closeness, intimacy, fun, relaxation, a retreat from stress, conflict resolution, that we have built into our intimacy and our communication a plan to resolve every conflict that rises in our marriage. Expectation might. In order to meet a person's expectations, the other party has to have the capacity to do so. Marriage is a mystery.
Marriage is a mystery. Now, I already feel that I've helped tons of people just with that little segment. All right? This is Valentine's Day. So one must ask the question, because people are going out buying candy. They didn't get something on the job. Someone is upset. Flowers didn't come, or the flowers that were supposed to go to top went to bottom. And so now you're in trouble because you found your stuff ain't together. So what is Valentine's Day, and where did Valentine's Day come from? Let's take a look at this. Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, also called St. Valentine's Day holiday, February 14th, when lovers express their affection with greetings and gifts. The holiday has origins in the Roman festival of Lupercalia, held in mid-February. The festival, which celebrated the coming of spring, included fertility rites and the pairing off of women with men by lottery. At the end of the 5th century, Pope Gelasius I replaced Lupercalia with St. Valentine's Day. It came to be celebrated as a day of romance from about the 14th century.
Okay, now, under Greek mythology, we're going to learn a lot of names. Lupercalia, where we get lubricant from. You're going to hear just different names that we take for granted that in Greek mythology are actual gods. And they would have a season, and the season was a courtship season. And in the courtship season, folks would come all together from different levels of society. The total purpose is to find a life's mate. The Pope, and you would get a lottery, and so the lottery would come, and you would put your name into the, and when whoever name pulled out of the hat, well, the swingers do stuff like that. They come together and they have these swinger parties or these swinger events. Everybody puts a name in the hat, and whoever name you pull out of the hat, that's who you mate with for the moment. All of this can be found in Greek mythology. Also, there is an angel that is referred to as the love angel. Put that up. The love angel. What's his name?
Cupid.
Cupid. Here we go.
In one story from ancient Greek mythology, which was later retold by Roman authors, Cupid, Eros, shot a golden arrow at Apollo, who fell madly in love with the nymph Daphne, but then launched a laden arrow at Daphne so she would be repulsed by him. In another allegory, Cupid's mother, Venus, Aphrodite, became so jealous of the beautiful mortal Psyche.
Aphrodite, where we get the word aphrodisiac from. Cupid, who is Cupid, is a troublemaker because he's blind and some of his arrows are crooked, but he likes to shoot. So here he is shooting off all the time, and he doesn't know who he hits. It's a horrible thing to be hanging out as Cupid in the world of women, and you've been shooting arrows and don't know who you hit. And then 5-6 years later, a knock comes on the door, and there's someone standing there, and you never know, didn't know for 5 years your coercion had developed this. Here we go.
Cupid's mother, Venus, Aphrodite, became so jealous of the beautiful mortal Psyche that she told her son to induce Psyche to fall in love with the monster. Instead, Cupid became so enamored with Psyche that he married her, with the condition that she could never see his face. Eventually, Psyche's curiosity got the better of her, and she stole a glance, causing Cupid to flee in anger. After roaming the known world in search of her lover, Psyche was eventually reunited with Cupid and granted the gift of immortality.
You've heard the song says, there's a thin line between love and hate. The most dangerous thing that can happen to you under the Greek mythology or the Greek rituals of love is to be a man in a room with several ladies that are in fellowship with one another, and Cupid is there. Because it will become hard for you to make up your mind as to which one to pick. And if you come from the wrong culture or come from the ancient culture, you didn't have to pick. You could have them all. Heads rose over in the corner when I said you could have them all. You know, in the Bible, whether it was David or Solomon or Abraham or Moses, they had several wives. What's the issue with having several wives? Balancing of personalities and a budget. How are you going to take care of them? What happens when Cupid hits you with one of his arrows, and everybody else can see that what you laying with is ugly but you? Somebody told us that love was what? Blind. You said that quick. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that's great. But if love is blind, then the beholder is not seeing that love. That's two different statements. The beauty that's in the eye of the beholder, that's a person who can see. The love that is blind, this joker can't see it. He can't see it. He's blind. He's blind. Very good. So love is blind.
We often think of Cupid as blind, even though that is only one of the versions of him. He appears in many different forms: as a baby, a child, and a teenager.
He appears in many different forms: as a baby,
a child, and a teenager.
And a teenager. A baby, a child, and a teenager. And I think that women ought to stop right now and listen to Bishop George Bloomer teaching this thing. He appears in many different forms: as a baby, a child, and a teenager. A baby, a child, and a teenager. Which means that love sometimes is for adults. I've been in love before. My baby side come out. Been in love before and my child comes out. Been in love before and my teen comes out. That's why I'm single. Because the adult part of it is really something to manage. Oh, people get mad now. Really something to manage. The baby that wants to be cuddled and nourished, suck on the breast all the time, enduring the sincere milk that comes from the relationship. A child that wants to have tantrums, temper tantrums, wants it his way. And the teen that wants to drive with no license. Keeps on putting the relationship in areas that you can't afford or handle. It's a serious thing. Read.
He sometimes carries a bow and has a quiver of arrows on his back. That has given rise to the tradition of his being able to make people fall in love by shooting them with one of his arrows. If an arrow strikes you, that is, you immediately fall in love.
What is it about the girl that you're with right now? What is it about the man that you're with right now that keeps you with that person? Amidst the confusion, the arguing, weaknesses that they may have that you may have discovered or uncovered. What keeps you with the person? The sting of the arrow. How many times you've been in a relationship with somebody and you say, I'm done. I'm up out of here. And you walk right out that door, go down to the convenient market, get you a beer and a Newport, and drive right back to the house that you're angry at. Here we go. Patilla, is this okay? It's wonderful. Good. Here we go.
He doesn't shoot you deliberately as he can't see you.
See. Some of you are connected with individuals that you never, ever saw yourself being connected with. You never saw yourself locked into that. Something was said. Time plus time equals influence. Something was said. Something transpired. You just couldn't get enough of the person. There's a song that says, and it's going to sound a little bit funny, but I want to drop it here. It's true. It said, can't get enough of that funky stuff. It's true. Because there ain't nothing else going on but that. Just Valentine's Day. Here we go.
Anyone can suddenly, out of the blue, be wounded by one of Cupid's arrows.
Wounded by one of Cupid's arrows?
There is no sense or reason in it because love is blind.
Son, you in love? How do you know you're in love? You can't imagine your life without this girl. So now, do you consider me to be a stable voice in your life? You do. So as a stable voice in your life, if you can't live your life without this girl, what is my job or challenge for you? What should I be doing for you? The first part, I should be trying to talk you out of it. And if I can't talk you out of it, which I can't, because I do know that you love this person, and I tried, the next thing is to assist you in the longevity of your dream by sharing certain things with you that will help you. But the first thing about it is to try to make sure that the relationship that you're in right now is not a seasonal relationship. It's not something that is for, how can I say, is not something that is it has a shelf life or an expiration date. This thing will not fail. If you're functioning like that, then you're going to be good. But if it's just for the moment, just for a place to lay your head, just because they hook you up from time to time and you equate love with that, you're going to wake up one morning. When you do, you're going to have some serious problems. Watch this. So folks now are rushing, and this weekend there's going to be a whole lot of money spent. They tell me that greeting cards, the amount that's going to be spent on greeting cards is $1.1 billion. Now, $1.1 billion spent on greeting cards. Candy. $2 billion on candy. Flowers. $2 billion on flowers. Jewelry. Did I say that right? Jewelry. The bling. $4.1 billion. $4.1 billion spent on jewelry. Okay? An evening out during COVID, an evening out this Sunday, started Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, may even spill over into Monday. $2.8 billion on clothing, clothes and stuff. $2.7 billion. Spending the type of money on a person that 2 weeks later you might be arguing with, asking them to give you your money back. Give me my chocolate back. Give me my ring back. Moment, because you gave the keys to your heart to someone and you allowed someone to pick someone for you without considering yourself in the mix. So, let's close. I told you not going to be long today. No preaching. Nobody going to dance and shout today. Just some rules for you to go by. 10 things you must have for your relationship fulfillment. 10 things for relationship fulfillment. Number one,
a good communicator.
A good communicator. Make sure that whoever you deal with knows how to talk. I remember I was introduced to a guy that my daughter introduced me to, and he said, how you doing? He said, oh, yeah. I said, oh, he said, yeah, man. I like your sermons. That Negro couldn't talk. My daughter was standing there, and he would say, and she said, Daddy, he said, hello. Daddy, he said he liked your sermons. Now I'm mad at her because she understands them. That Negro can't talk. But it didn't matter whether he communicates well with me. What matters, does he communicate well with her? Must be a good communicator. Number two,
to feel covered and protected. Mentally,
to feel covered and protected.
Mentally,
emotionally,
and financially.
That financial piece is extremely big. Number three,
someone who does not avoid problems, but is willing to talk to me to resolve them.
So we go back to a good communicator because he doesn't have a problem to resolving the problems. And some guys are attracted to the type of women who are always having problems. Most women are attracted to guys who have problems. They think they can fix it. Fix it, Jesus. Number four,
someone who puts God first and me second.
Yeah. Number five,
someone who supports my goals and ambitions.
What?
Someone who supports my goals and ambitions.
That goes back to communicating, because I would have to be able to sit there long enough to hear you out as you are evolving and developing who you're going to be. Guys, let me tell you something about ladies. The man you are today, you might be that man 5 years from now. I'm not suggesting that you're not growing. But I promise you, the woman that she is today, she will not be that woman 5 years from now. She is forever evolving into her better her. And so when women are picking men, they need to pick a man that is about 5 to 10 years where they're growing. So when they get there, they can be satisfied with them here. So you get to a certain place, you got married and you got children, and there's no movement going on, and the girl is now becoming frustrated with the guy. Come on, what you gonna do something? I thought you was gonna, she's becoming embarrassed by you. You're still either a baby or a child or a teenager. Man, when that boy started Facebook, they sat in a room to start Facebook. He was 19 years old. Negro, if you ain't got things pulling together and you in your 30s, chances are 30 years from now, I'm gonna see you sitting right there. Serious business. The world is changing. Cortez in the girl in the Senate, she was elected to be a congresswoman at 24 years old. This is serious, y'all. It's more than just taking somebody and hugging them and kissing them on their cheek and giving them a hickey. You gotta have something. And you need to connect with someone that wants to have something. And partying is okay, but it's overrated if you don't have a house. Overrated if you don't have a good leasing agreement. Overrated if you don't have funds that are coming in. It's overrated. Children ain't got no shoes. They don't look good. Hair not done. You broke every weekend, living from paycheck to paycheck. Getting on people's nerves. But guys are very, very smart, especially black guys, because they know how to hook a girl that will make things happen. They know how to find somebody, put that old twig on them, just twig them, and then they take care of them. What number we at?
Number 6.
Number 6.
Someone who respects me and my family.
Someone who respects me and my family. I've met up with so many people who are in relationships with individuals that have no respect or regard for their family. See, I had brothers and sisters. My brothers wasn't the problem for me. You know what my problem was? My sisters. My sisters did never like nobody that I talked to. They have all the information. They know everything. From time to time, well, they were always right, but from time to time, they make their judgments predicated upon how they were treated. They don't want a girl treating their brother like that. That's for me. Where we at?
Number 7.
For
him to feel secure in himself.
For him to feel secure in himself. And this is the reason why a lot of guys don't hang around me, because I ain't gonna be joking all the time. If I'm with you and you hanging with me, we doing something, I'm gonna build you up. You're gonna be strong. You're gonna be a thinker. You're gonna have some money on the side. You're gonna have something laid up. You're gonna. Number 9.
Number 8, to act manly. Number 9, someone who encourages me. And number 10, someone who is interested in taking the time to get to know my likes and dislikes.
Wow. Okay, 10 things that I will not tolerate in the relationship. Here we go.
Number 1, abuse, mental or physical.
See, I think that a lot of people are abused through Facebook, through Instagram, and through these social media, what you call it, when something goes wrong and you put it out online, something about the person that you involved with. That's serious mental abuse, because it's on a loop. People can go back and read it over and over and over again. And chances are you shut the door, because how do you go back with a person that wants to share your intimacy with the world? I don't get it. I'm from a different generation. Y'all new folks like that kind of stuff. Where I'm from, we don't take pictures of our food and put it online. We don't tell people where we're going and where we at. We don't do that. My mama said, don't tell nobody, ain't nobody's business. We're going in this house, stay in this house. But that's old school. Number 2.
Someone who does not believe in my God. My
God. Well, you can throw that out the window, because I see all these church girls dating Muslims. Why'd you start laughing? Am I telling the truth? It's true. They put it on their list and stuff like that, but they're willing to date whoever pays them any attention. Fatilla in that play, it says it's better to have a piece of a man, huh? What does it say? How does it go? It's better to have the play. Yeah, Better to have loved than have not to have loved at all. Number 3.
A flirt.
These are things that you will not tolerate. A flirt.
Number 4, compulsive lying.
A compulsive liar. Woo. Folks are tweeting right now.
Number 5, the down low lifestyle.
The down low lifestyle. This Negro like what you like. Stay focused, Bishop. Here we go.
Number 6, inability or unwillingness to communicate.
There go that communication again.
Number 7, ignorance.
Yeah. Just with a dumb guy. He's just stupid. Here we go.
Number 8, someone who does drugs or is involved in other criminal acts.
Wow. You know, there's young girls out there that they won't have it no other way. He ain't dealing drugs and he ain't a bad guy. They don't even want to talk to him. Good luck with that. Number 9.
A man who talks negatively about women. And number 10, instability.
And a joker who ain't got no place to live. 5 things he must have before dating.
Number 1, a job. Number 2, the ability to communicate and be intellectually stimulating. Number 3, stable residence. Number 4, the ability to take care of himself. And number 5, a strong spiritual foundation.
Good day in the morning. Put it back up there so someone can take a screenshot of that and put it in their back pocket. 5 things he must have before me dating him. All right, let's do the girls.
5 things she must have before dating. Number 1, a strong spiritual foundation. Number 2, intelligence. Number 3, compassion. Number 4, independence. And number 5, goals and ambition.
Hold it there so they can take a screenshot of that. There you go. Thank you very much. So let me say to you, happy Valentine's Day. Take what I told you, apply it to your life, and watch God bless you. Don't let nobody pick them for you. Pick them for yourself. God bless you. Have a great day. Eat, enjoy the jewelry, enjoy the dancing, play different music that don't necessarily have to be while I'm down here praying, Lord, search my heart. Apply this to your life, and you're going to be blessed in Jesus' name. Get your seed in your hand as quickly as you possibly can. Never stand in the way of love. Never stand in the way of love. When people are burning for one another and they want to spend time with each other, don't you be the one to be in front of them. That's not going to be me today. So I'm getting out of your way right now. 4 ways that you can sow your seed. While I'm down here praying, Lord, search my heart. All right, ragtime style. Just get this and take it down right now. Text Bethel to 844-888-9183. Online giving, bethelfamily.org. Cash app, $BFWC 515. All right, you can mail it to 515 Dow Street, Durham, North Carolina, 27701. Do that. Those of you that do the Taroma seed, get ready. There you go. Cash app, Bishop Bloomer, Zelle, bloomer@bishopbloomer.com. PayPal me, GGB Ministries. Text to give, text Bloomer to 844-889-1559. You can also mail it to GGB Ministries, P.O. Box 3867. While I'm down here praying. Durham, North Carolina, 27702. All right. You can also do Giveify, GGB Ministries. God's going to bless you real good. When I'm right, oh, you know. When I'm wrong, oh, you know. When I'm right or wrong. 4 ways to sow your seed. Text Bethel to 844-888-9183. Online giving, bethelfamily.org, 515. Cash App, BFWC 515. And you can mail it to 515 Dow Street, Durham, North Carolina, 27701. Let's get this in the offering today. Get it? All right. Cash App, Bishop Bloomer. Zelle, Bloomer at bishopbloomer.com. PayPal me, GGB Ministries. Text to give, text Bloomer to 844-889-1559. You can mail it or you can do Giveify in the name of Jesus. All right, look forward to seeing many of you tonight on our caller and on our prayer line. Fatilla, how was that message this morning? Was it nice? The message that we just got finished preaching?
Oh, yes.
For real? Don't just tell me anything.
No, Bishop, that was a good message.
Softly.
I have been enjoying these messages. It's so important to give the information to people before they're out there getting into relationships. Mm-hmm. I didn't have this teaching. I would have made some different decisions when I was in college and high school if I'd had some of this information. Wow.
You know, there was a word, a prophecy that went forth this afternoon. Did you agree with that or disagree with it?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
That lady was something else on Wednesday.
She was.
She
was on it.
We just releasing our brand new book. Nobody knows about it. The publishing house called me and it says, Bishop Bloomer, we are getting responses from people from across the country because they keep on hearing witchcraft in the pews. We decided we want to enter into a brand new contract with you, redo the book, and release it after 25 years. Good day in the morning. So they took 2 of my books, comprised them together, and 25 years later, brand new signing bonus, the whole 9, and put out the book again. And the lady gets on the program and she just starts prophesying my world. It's unbelievable.
Amazing.
You know whether I'm right. You know when I'm wrong. Ooh, you know when I'm right or wrong. You know, you know the. All right, 4 ways to sow your seed, 4 ways to sow your offering. Bethel Family Worship Center, text Bethel to 844-888-9183. Online giving, bethelfamily.org. Cash App, $BFWC 515. Or mail it to 515 Dow Street, Durham, North Carolina, 27701.
Bishop Bloomer.
Yeah, you was going to say something.
That saying that you asked me for earlier, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
It's better to have loved, and I knew it was something, love and lost than to have not loved at all. Yeah. The old folks used to say it's better to have a piece of man than no man at all. Search me, search me, search me, Lord. Search me, search me. All prayer requests coming. Oh, yeah. What's the dates on the fast? We're getting ready to go into a 5-day fast here at Bethel Family Worship Center. Now, Dr. Kevin Williams carried his church on a fast for 6 days, no food and no water. I love him. I will not be on that one. But we're going to be fasting. We're doing financial fasting, healing and deliverance fasting, 17th through the 24th. 17th through the 24th. So that's next Wednesday through next Sunday. Then this month is gone. 17th through the 24th. Watch us on Warfarecology, and we'll have we'll put a flyer up for you. 17th. Oh, 17th through the 21st. Yeah. And search me, search me, search me, Lord. You know, Lord, whether I'm right, and you know, Lord, whether I'm wrong. You know, Lord, whether I'm right, and you know, Lord, whether I'm wrong. You know whether I'm right or wrong. Search me, Lord. I said, search me, Lord. Search me, Lord. I said, search me, Lord. Search me, So those of you that want to send your prayer requests in so I can be praying for you during this season, get your prayer requests in. Send your prayer requests to prayer@bishopbloomer.com. Remember to watch Warfarecology Monday through Friday. Yes, we're growing and glowing, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful time in the name of Jesus. So begin now to prepare yourself for the season of fasting, and the way you do it is start eating smaller portions so you don't get the headache. But begin to prepare yourself. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. So it starts next Wednesday. So let me promise you that Tuesday night I'm going to teach on fasting and walk you through it. And if you need prayer while you're going through it, you connect on the prayer line, or you connect through Warfarecology, where I'm there every single day, okay? Your pastor has been here for this is the first time in all the years that I pastored this church that I preached every Sunday and every Tuesday. If you're tired, I can get some guest speakers to speak. I can do that. I can do that. Oh, you know, Lord, whether I'm right, and you know, Lord, you know whether I'm right or wrong. All right, so I see you this evening. Make sure that you're on the prayer call tonight. Yeah, those of you ain't got nobody in your life, you got Jesus. You got Jesus. You got Jesus. You got Jesus. Give them a little bit of, even if you're in the restaurant, just turn it on and just pray for a few minutes, then click it off. All right? I don't think a lot of you will be in the restaurants if you're obeying, okay? So thank you so much. May the blessings of the Lord be on you and on your life. I'll see you tonight, and we're believing God for victory this week. Write down everything you're believing God for this week in the name of Jesus. You know, Lord, whether I'm right and